Children, I hope you're all well. I'm very well. Can you see? I am sitting in my garden and I've made something special for you today. I've made a den. Can you see? You can make a den as well. All you need is some chairs and a duvet cover. And then you can read with your family in your reading den. Children, can you guess what story I'm going to be reading today? Yes, well done. You're right. I'm going to be reading the story of Little Red Riding Hood, illustrated by Angie Rager. Once upon a time, there was a small girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She lived with her parents beside a deep, dark forest on the other side of the road in a little cottage, and she lived with her grandmother and the big bad wolf she could see as she walked along the way to her grandmother's house. Can you see? Oh dear, I wonder what she's going to be doing. Grandmother's poorly today, said Little Red Riding Hood's mother. Please take some cakes for her, but please don't stop on the way. So Little Red Riding Hood set off through the deep, dark forest. She looked all around, and there wasn't a sound. She couldn't hear anybody. But then, who should she meet? Can you see? Somebody's hiding behind the tree. Who do you think it is? Yes, you're right. It's the big bad wolf. Good day, my dear, growled the wolf in a big smile. Where are you going? I'm going to see grandmother to take her a cake, replied Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf had a plan. What do you think he had a plan? Let's see what his plan is, children. Wouldn't your grandmother like some flowers? He smiled. Some flowers. What a good idea, said Little Red Riding Hood. So she picked a bunch of flowers. Meanwhile, while she was doing that, the wolf sped ahead. And where do you think he was going? He arrived at grandmother's cottage. I'm hungry, growled the wolf, licking his lips. He knocked on the door. Knock, knock. Hello, Grandma, growled the wolf. It's Red Riding Hood. That sounds more like a big bad wolf, thought the grandmother. And she jumped out of her bed, children, and look, she hid underneath the bed. Do you think she was scared of the wolf? Let's see. The wolf went in. He looked all around the house, and there wasn't a sound to be heard. His tummy started to rumble again. No one here, growled the wolf. Never mind. Little Red Riding Hood will be on her way soon. Quickly! The wolf put on grandmother's dressing gown and her nightcap. Then he hopped into her bed and pretended to have a sleep. Hey, 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 he snarled. Little Red Riding Hood will never notice me in this bed. Soon Little Red Riding Hood knocked on the door. Hello, grandmother, she called. It's Little Red Riding Hood. Come in, my dear, growled the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood opened the door and she said, Oh, grandmother, what big ears you have. Oh, the better to hear you with, my dear, said the wolf. And grandmother, what big eyes you have. Oh, the better to see you with, my dear, growled the wolf. And grandmother, what big teeth you All the better to... Wait, let's see. To gobble you up, said the wolf. But as he leaped out of bed, Grandmother's nightcap flopped off over his head. Can you see? It dropped onto the wolf's head, the nightcap. Quick, down here, whispered Grandmother, and she pulled Little Red Riding Hood under the bed. Just then a woodcutter passed by the cottage. He heard a growling and a howling, and he dashed inside with one swish. And then he took his axe and he killed the wolf. The woodcutter looked all around at the time, but there wasn't a sound to be heard. Out crept Little Red Riding Hood and Grandmother under the bed. As Little Red Riding Hood said, Mother was right. I'll never stop again on my way home through the forest. And that's the end of the story. Children, did you like that story? It was very good, wasn't it? I've got some questions. What is your favourite colour? Okay, mine is red. I love the colour red. And children, what don't we do when we're going for a walk? Yes, you're correct. We don't talk to strangers at all. And we make sure we hold on to our mummy and daddy or grandma or grandpa or your brother and sister's hands all the time. Don't forget, children, tune in tomorrow for another story. Bye-bye.